Hello everybody, I'm here to talk about my first impressions of the manga Black Clover. Now, I read the first chapter of Black Clover, and off the bat, I would describe it as someone you think you would like, you think, like, we could be friends, but getting off on the wrong foot. I would describe it as getting off on the wrong foot. I'm hoping it gets a lot better, but it definitely doesn't make a good first impression from the first chapter. I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of the first. This is just the first chapter, but like some of the pros of it were, I liked the relationship between the two rivals. I liked it. It wasn't very well shown, but I did like what they were kind of saying about it. How they kind of, one was good at this, the other was good at this, and really they kind of respect each other in their own different ways. And I liked that relationship aspect, and I liked I liked how it was being built up, like it was building up to something that could be really good. I liked the build-up. The build-up was great in the first chapter. Now, to move on to a couple of the cons, one of the cons is I didn't like the dialogue very well. I didn't think the dialogue flowed very well. I didn't really like the main character. The main character seemed far too over the top to me. And another con, take this as a wheel, but as Naruto did to Hunter x Hunter, this does to Naruto. That means that it's kind of, took in a lot of aspects of Naruto. Okay, I'm going to describe something to you. Tell me if you think it's familiar. Okay, so this kid, he's treated pretty badly as a kid, and he's not very apt at being a wizard, but he has a rival, and his rival's like the best of the best, 100% top class, elitist, and he's kind of an emo, and they're kind of frenemies in a way, they're rivalry, and this kid has like a hopeless crush on a girl he's never going to get, and he also wants to be, leader of the village, and the person who protects the village, and be the strongest person in the lands, and be the greatest wizard. Does that sound like Naruto? I feel like that sounds like Naruto, because if it does, I was describing Naruto. Now, if I had described this show, I would say exactly the same thing. Well, manga, that is. Because he wants to be the Grand Wizard, I think it was, the Grand Sorcerer. Yeah, that was what it was. And he wants to be the Grand Sorcerer of the land. And so it's very much set up like Naruto is. So it starts off with, it's not a great first impression, I will be honest, but it gives me hope that it will get a lot better. If you want me to keep you updated on, does it fix some of the content, does it, add some pros into it, because it does have a hefty amount of cons. It doesn't have a great dialogue. Its pacing, that's something I haven't talked about yet. Its pacing was pretty bad. It feels like they could have had 4 or 5 more pages, and it still would have been pretty rushed pacing. It's just, I know they want to hook you in the first chapter, and I'm hoping that's all it is, but its pacing was not very good. If the pacing keeps up the way it was for 10 chapters, I'm probably just going to drop it, in all honesty, because it was pretty atrocious. Now, with saying that, I still feel like this has a lot of potential to be something good. There was a design for a sword in this chapter that I thought was a cool design. I mean, if you can design a sword that cool, then sure, maybe you got some talent. And I'm hoping that'll be better. I'm going to probably catch up. It's about, I think there's 45 chapters out, so that's about a season, or closing into a season, maybe about 23 episodes, something like that, in if I had an equivalent to episode terms. So that's probably so it's around probably the first arc is wrapping up, something like that. So I'm probably going to catch up. Let me know if you want me to update you on this and see if some of the problems are fixed, but I can easily see why you drop it after the first chapter. I'm going to keep going and see if it actually becomes worthwhile, and just the first chapter, the first few chapters might just be a fluke. I'm going to see that. I hope you found this kind of first impressions helpful. If you didn't like it, I'm probably going to be posting another video saying whether or not it fixes the issues. If not, well, But if it does fix these issues, maybe give it another shot. And yeah, that's really what I had to say. It's my first impressions of Black Clover so far. It could be good. It could be good. So I hope you found this helpful in some way. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, all that jazz, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.